cereal. Your eggs will be ready in a few minutes.
Oh, no, not Boomies again.
But, Dad, I'm saving box tops for little Andy Harris next door, so get busy and dig that crazy breakfast food.
But, Margie, we shouldn't even have this stuff in the house. You know that Calvin Burns, the man who makes crackies, is a client of Mr. Honeywell's.
Yes, I know, but Crackies doesn't sponsor Captain Stratosphere on television, and Boomies does.
I don't see why I have to become an atomic bomb just to please Andy.
Andy is helping me with our Junior League old toy drive, and I'm saving box tops for him.
Secure for landing! Cut rockets!
Calling Stratosphere Scout Ship, Spaceport ready for landing. Over.
Gee, thanks, Margie. This is valuable cargo, and I sure didn't want to crash with it aboard.
Are these for the toy drive, Andy? Ooh, they're super.
Oh, I've had my fun of them. Might as well let some poor kid enjoy them.
Well, this poor kid would enjoy some scrambled eggs. That is, if you don't mind charity beginning at home.
Sure, Dad.
Say, I haven't seen a yo-yo in a long time. I used to be pretty good at that. Let me try it, Andy.
Okay.
Oh, this must be broken. I can't make it work.
You're doing it wrong. Your wrist action's too stiff. Here, let me show you.
I'm sorry, Andy, but Bernie can't play right now. He has to eat his breakfast so he can grow up big and strong. There. You can play with it during your lunch hour.
Yesterday in our television program, Captain Stratosphere showed us how to do a rocket power straw. Watch.
Put that down. Very funny. Stratosphere Scouts, there ought to be a law.
Gosh, I'm sorry, Margie.
Oh, that's all right, Andy. It was just an accident. Oh, say, I almost forgot. I have another box top for you.
Thanks. I was going to ask your pop to take this down to the office and get one of his friend's kids to sign up.
How many more do you need?
Just this one. I already have 9 new members, but it takes 10 to be promoted to Space Sergeant.
I'll tell you what. We'll put Dad's name on this one.
You think it'll be all right? It's supposed to be just for kids.
Dad'll be a secret member. We'll even keep it a secret from him. Here you are, Space Sergeant Harris.
All right. What in blazes are you doing? If you want to play with that yo-yo, do it on your own time. You know Calvin Burns, president of Crackies.
Breakfast food that beats them all, by cracky.
Oh, yes, yes. How do you do, Mr. Burns?
Here, give me that thing. Where'd you get it?
From a little Stratosphere Scout who was helping Margie with her toy drive.
Stratosphere Scout? Why, that's the television program my competitor Bolton sponsors.
I wouldn't know. I've never seen it.
The whole thing is as ridiculous as his product. And to think that he wants me to merge our companies, asks me about it every time I see him. But I'll never do it, by cracky.
Of course not, Calvin.
All that space junk, advertising, giveaways. Why, the whole thing is childish. Do you hear? Childish.
Yes, Calvin, childish. Oh, how about that golf?
Oh, yes. I've never played that course at your club, all right. How about arranging a little game?
I'd be delighted, Mr. Burns. We'll make it a threesome, say Saturday morning.
Good. I'll pick you up in my car. Space programs. Childish.
Yes, Stratosphere Scouts, today is the big day in Spacetown. But before we make the big announcement, I have a list of promotions. For enlisting 5 new Scouts, Rodney Hickenlooper is promoted from Spaceport Guard to Spaceport Guard First Class. Andy Harris, 10 members, from Space Private to Space Sergeant with atomic clusters.
Yay, I made it, Margie, I made it!
Promoted to our new Smog Patrol.
Congratulations, Sergeant.
Hey, what's going on here?
Oh, thanks for shopping for me, Freddie. I couldn't leave Andy on this, his greatest day.
I've been promoted, Freddie. Space Sergeant.
Hey, Captain Stratosphere is on, my favorite program. Mind if I turn the sound up?
And now for the big announcement. The name of the 1 millionth member of the Stratosphere Scouts. You all know the prizes he's going to get. A house full of toys, bicycles, scooters, model spaceships. Well, let's put in a call to the lucky boy. All right, operator, call the lucky number.
Boy, what loot. If it's me, Margie, I'll give you some stuff for your toy drive.
Well, thanks, Andy. You're a man after my own heart.
Hey, your phone's ringing, Margie, but tell him to wait. We don't want to miss the big announcement.
Hold on a minute, please.
Well, now, Scouts, Mother must be mighty busy. She doesn't have time to talk to old Captain Stratosphere. Sure we have the right number, operator? Carlton 38966?
Carlton 38966!
That's my number. Hello? This is Carlton 38966.
Well, congratulations, little mother. Your son, Vernon Albright, is our 1 millionth Stratosphere Scout and wins the grand prize.
My son? But wait, no, wait.
Oh, settle
wait,
down,
stop.
Mrs. Albright, settle down. You don't have to thank us now. Just be sure little Vernon is in his uniform tomorrow morning when Bertram Bolton, president of Boomies, and Captain Stratosphere will call at your home to make the official presentation. My, is she excited. Congratulations, Mrs. Albright. See you tomorrow.
No, wait, stop. Hello? Listen, you can't...
It's no use, Margie. He's off the air.
But we've got to stop this thing before Dad finds out.
Golly, he would have to win all those toys and stuff. Too bad you can't keep 'em, Margie. I mean, for your toy drive.
Yeah, those poor kids should get the toys. And by golly, they're going to.
But how? Mr. Albright's too old to be a Stratosphere Scout.
Yes, but you aren't, Andy. It's simple. When Captain Stratosphere and Boomies Bolton arrive tomorrow morning, you're going to be Vernon Albright.
No, sir, not me. I know it's for a good cause, Margie, but if I got caught, they'd bust me to private again.
Oh, no. Oh, no, Margie. No.
Yes, Freddie. You know what this toy drive means to me. You've got to help me.
No, Margie, no. Now, stop looking at me like that. I refuse to do it. This time, I absolutely refuse to do it. Hi, Margie.
You look enough like a little boy without this. The clothes are very convincing.
You think not? That's how I got the yo-yo. I had a pocket full of marbles, but a big tough kid stopped me and made me trade with him.
If Captain Stratosphere finds out, he'll make you turn in your atomic space pistol.
I still don't like this idea, Margie. Where's your father?
Oh, he's out of the way. He's gone to play golf with Mr. Honeywell and our rival cereal tycoon, By Cracky.
Okay. You sure I look all right?
Well, you might have shaved a little closer, but we'll just say you're advanced for your age. Oh, here. This'll help. Put it on.
Oh, Margie, do I have to?
No self-respecting Stratosphere Scout would be found dead without one. Oh, they're the Boomies boys. Now just play it like the backward child you are, and we'll do just fine. Welcome,
Greetings, Mrs. Albright, from the Stratosphere Scouts' 2nd Universe Branch.
How do you do? I'm Miss Albright, little Vernon's sister.
May I present the man who has made this all possible? Mr. Bolton, creator and president of Boomies.
Congratulations, Miss Albright. Today we make cereal history. Come in, boys. The gentlemen of the press. The toys will be along later. Those are a bonus prize, a year's supply of Boomies.
A year?
There'll be more if you run out. Now, where is the celebrity? Our millionth member.
Right this way, please. Vernon, dear, this is Stratosphere Smith, your commander.
Greetings, Scout.
Vernon Albright, on behalf of Boomies, I hereby present you with this scroll signifying you as the 1,000,000th member of that great organization of red-blooded American boys, the Stratosphere Scouts. Congratulations.
Hold it for a picture, Mr. Bolton.
I'm sorry about the mix-up in our starting time at the golf club, Mr. Burns.
Forget about it, all right. This will give us a chance for a second breakfast.
Crackies, of course.
Better be, by cracky. Oh, no, not that. Not Boomies.
What's going on here?
Well, 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 if it isn't old Calvin Burns. Come to learn how to publicize a serial, Cal? And this must be the father of Vernon Albright.
Father, I am Vernon Albright. Who are you?
He's the man that makes this junk you furnish your house with. That's who he is.
Junk! What do you call that sawdust you sell?
All right. How dare you use your rival product? I demand an explanation.
Well, I didn't. I don't know. Where's Margie? Where's Margie?
Just a minute. Did you say you're Vernon Albright? Then who's he?
Freddie, what's the meaning of this?
Mr. Bolton, you've been duped. This boy isn't Vernon Albright. He is.
Of course I am. Is there anything wrong with that?
You sent in a Boomies box top with your name on it. That's a pretty sneaky trick, Burns. Ringing in a grown man on the Stratosphere Scouts just to ruin my whole campaign.
Brother, what a story. Get a picture, Jake.
Now you see what you've done, Honeywell?
What I've done, I had nothing to do with it. It's this imbecile Albright.
Well, he's a member of your staff, and you're responsible. We are through.
Mr. Burns, wait. I can explain. Albright, you're fired.
But, Mr. Honeywell, wait. Now see what you've done.
What I've done? You're the fraud, Albright, and I'm going to sue you. You can put that in your bowl of crackies and chew on it. I'm going to sue.
All right, come on out from behind there. Not you, you space-brained idiot. Come on, Margie. I want to hear what you've got to say.
Mind if I take a breather between hauls?
Just as long as you get them out of here. Poor Dad's walking the streets and won't come home until it's completely deboomied.
I still don't see why Mr. Bolton wants to sue your dad just because he joined the Stratosphere Scouts.
Because Dad is an adult and the Scouts are for kids.
Well, so he's an adult, so what? Lots of adults watch Captain Stratosphere on TV. I'm a space fan myself, and I'm an adult, aren't I?
No comment.
What I mean is, I bet plenty of people would join those space fan clubs if they had any for adults. I think old Boomies Bolton is missing a good bet.
Freddie, that's it.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Margie. Wait a minute. If I gave you an idea, give it back or we'll all get sued.
Freddie, we're going to use your pals to convince Mr. Bolton that he really is missing a good bet for Boomies. Come on.
Mr. Bolton.
Have you seen the afternoon paper? It didn't take that reporter long to make fools out of us. I'm going to sue that Albright for everything he's got. Well, did you make the explanations I told you to on our program?
I didn't have to, Mr. Bolton.
What? Don't you realize that Boomies are a laughing stock to every man, woman, and child in this town?
Not anymore, they aren't. That's what I've been trying to tell you. The switchboard has been jammed for an hour with calls from people thanking us for opening membership to adults. And 90% of them are from parents.
Say that again.
This is the biggest response I've had since the Stratosphere Scouts started. It looks as though the parents are just as interested in Stratosphere Smith as their kids.
I'm the smartest salesman in the business, but I never thought I could sell a kids' club to grown-ups.
Now, this is the space age, Mr. Bolton. Everyone's interested in... Oh, I almost forgot. There's a Mrs. Westbrook waiting outside. She's president of some parents' organization, and she wants to see you personally.
Well, show her in. Let's keep this thing running while the iron is hot. I mean, gather no more. Well, show her in.
Won't you come in, Mrs. Westbrook? Mr. Bolton is anxious to see you.
Thank you, Captain Stratosphere. And this must be the celebrated Mr. Bolton.
How do you do, Mrs.
Westbrook, Ethel Westbrook. I am president of the Associated Parents of America, Incorporated.
Well, won't you sit down, Mrs. Westbrook? As one of America's contributors to a healthy, well-nourished youth, I'm always delighted to see the parents.
You've done a splendid job, Mr. Bolton, nutritionally speaking, but it is nothing compared to the psychological coup you achieved when you so wisely decided to open the Stratosphere Scouts to adult membership.
Oh, really, it was nothing that smacks of genius. I just thought it out very carefully and decided it was the only sensible thing to do.
Why is it the only sensible thing to do?
Why? Well, yes, that's a very good question, Mrs. Westbrook. Why?
I'll tell you why, Mr. Bolton. Because you realize that when you made this man Vernon Albright a Stratosphere Scout, you bridged the gap between parents and their children. You brought them together with an interest they could share, and thus knit the family tight in bonds of understanding.
Exactly, Mrs. Westbrook. The very words I said to myself.
With your permission, I shall change our name to the Associated Parents of the Stratosphere, Incorporated. For parents are parents everywhere.
I don't know how to thank you, Mrs. Westbrook.
Don't thank me. Thank that pioneer parent, Vernon Albright. For after all, Mr. Bolton, we know that it's the parents who buy the product our kiddies ask for, don't we?
Boomies have done it again. This adult club idea will put old Cracky Burns right out of business. I've got it. We'll put Albright on TV with a program of his own.
But you're suing Mr. Albright.
Who's suing Albright? You must be out of your mind. Get Stratosphere Scout Albright on the phone at once.
There's something funny about this. 1 minute Bolton is suing me, and the next minute he wants to hire me. Margie, did you have anything to do with this?
Why, Dad, you're just too modest. Mr. Bolton saw the makings of a great television personality in you. Your charm, your distinguished good looks, your appeal. He's just smart enough to grab you before someone else does.
Margie, do you really think I've got what it takes to be a success on TV? Of course, I'm not entirely an amateur. I played a couple of leads back at Boston University.
And now, Stratosphere Scouts, your commander has a big surprise for you. I'm going to introduce your 1 millionth member, a real Boomies boy, too. Here he is, Space Albright.
Thank you, fellow Stratosphere Scouts and parents. As my good friend here has just told you, I am going to start a new television program for Boomies beginning tomorrow. And I want to introduce my partner on that new program, my daughter, Margie Albright.
This'll murder old Cracky Burns. Murder him.
Thank you. And I also want to thank Mr. Bolton, who makes those adorable Boomies, for giving Dad and me the opportunity of appearing on your television screens in the first father and daughter space program.
Turn those traitors off. This is all your fault, Honeywell. It's going to ruin Cracky's, and you're to blame.
Now, Calvin, I mean, Mr. Burns, you always said this space stuff was childish.
Childish? It's on the adult level now. The parents have taken over. It's the handwriting on the wall.
I'd like to get my hands on Albright.
Well, you better do something, Cracky, because I promise you that if Albright goes on that program tomorrow, I will personally see that every one of my friends takes his account away from you.
Now, wait. Now, don't do anything rash. I'll find some way to keep Albright off of that program. Wait, I'll do better than that. I'll guarantee it.
Huh? What are you going to do?
Never mind. Just meet me tomorrow and you'll see a brain at work.
You sit there, Margie. You there, Mr. Albright. That's it. There we are, the family of the future at home.
The whole country is waiting for this. You've caught the imagination of the public even more than that ukulele player did.
Now, there's the clock. We go on the air exactly at 5.
Well, Mr. Bolton, in 5 more minutes, we'll be on the air.
That's what you think, Albright.
Mr. Honeywell, what are you doing here?
Keeping you off of television. Here's an injunction that says you can't work for Bolton while you're still in my employ.
But, Mr. Honeywell, you fired Dad. I heard you.
Ah, mere slip of the tongue and not legal at all. Your father has a written contract with Honeywell and Todd, and it's still in force.
But, gentlemen, we go on the air in less than 5 minutes.
You want to bet? If Albright shows that silly face of his on a TV screen, we'll sue Bolton for every boomy he's got. Come on, Calvin.
No, wait. Let's talk this over.
Stratosphere, how long have we got before we go on?
4 minutes on the nose.
Okay, you've got to help me for the glory of old boomies. Now, here's the pitch. Well, gentlemen, you may keep Dad from taking part in the show, but you certainly can't stop me.
Now, you listen to me, Margie Albright.
No, you listen to me. I'm not under contract to Honeywell and Todd, and I'm going on the air alone, so there.
All right, Margie, 30 seconds to go. All right, Bob, bring in the mic. Camera 1, move in close on her. I tipped the crew off, so go to it. Quiet, everybody, we're on camera.
Good evening, Stratosphere Scouts, wherever you are. Instead of the program you expected, I have an announcement to make to the parents of America. Because it is you parents who buy the products we advertise and thus make our programs possible. So you have a right to know the truth about why Vernon Albright is not appearing tonight. It's because of the selfish interest of one man who resorted to legal trickery to keep my father off the air. The president of a rival company, Calvin Burns of Crackies. Yes, Crackies have denied boomies the right to present my father...
Stop it! Margie Albright, get away from that microphone.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is George Honeywell, Mr. Burns' accomplice in this attempt to kidnap my father.
This is sabotage. Turn all those cameras off. Cut us off the air.
We're on camera now, girl. What did you dare pull this way?
Gentlemen, please. There's no use shouting. The damage is done. I can see it now. Millions of outraged parents pouring tons of Crackies down the sink.
Boy, oh boy, what a lovely sight.
Oh, stop cackling, Bolton. Well, don't just sit there, Honeywell. Do something.
Well, Mr. Honeywell's already done his bit, haven't you, Mr. Honeywell? It's up to you now. There's only one possible solution. A merger.
Merger?
Merger?
What else? Let Dad go on TV for your combined product. That sensational new breakfast food, Boom Cracks.
The girl makes sense, Calvin. Why go on cutting each other's throats?
Guess you're right, Bert. We should have done it long ago.
I now pronounce Boomies and Crackies man and wife.
All right, 30 seconds before the telecast.
Telecast? But I thought
The real telecast this time. All right, clear the set, everybody. You sit here, Mr. Albright.
Give her credit, Honeywell. She's a better man than any of us. Better put her under contract, too.
You know something, Margie? We make a wonderful team. Good evening, parents. Margie, I'm happy to say that for once I can thank you for something you've done instead of bawling you out.
Well, I'm happy that everybody's happy. My toy drive is a big success, too. Mr. Burns donated a big load.
Well, by cracky, that's my little Margie.